When I came to Doulas, I knew exactly what to expect. I asked every question I possibly could before I got here. I had obviously thought and prayed about it a really long time. The only thing I was certain of coming here is that this is where God wanted me.
Doulas Discipleship is a experience of coming away for a year, being with other men and women from all across the country and sometimes parts of the world, to live in community and to work in Shelterwood program of impacting the lives of teenagers.
If I could describe Doulas Discipleship in 3 words, it would be intense, refining, and community.
I think that I kind of went through life before that year kind of like, I'm a smart girl, I can figure things out on my own, and that year stripped me of my ability to be able to do much of anything on my own, and because of that, I really recognized how much I needed the Lord, and I had to depend on Him probably unlike I ever had before.
A lot of times they come in thinking, I've worked in youth ministry, I know how to do this, but there's nothing like living with these students. And so I see unbelievable change take place in a Doulas student's life during the year. It was just an intense time of really learning to depend on the Lord while living in community and giving their lives away to these kids day in and day out.
Their ability to love is unbelievable. We are not very nice to them sometimes, you know, we're kind of a handful, and they just get right in the middle of it and go through. I mean, they just love you no matter what you do to them. They don't give up on you. They're not like, oh gosh, you are just way too much for me to handle. They just stick with you through everything.
I just couldn't have gotten this experience anywhere else. There's not very many places where you have to be faced with everything. You're living with all of these people, you're working with all of these people, and I never thought I could have changed or grown so much in such a short amount of time.
The greatest benefit that I see for the young men and women that come for a year of Doulas is the maturing in their faith. Many come to us from wonderful backgrounds, but they lack application. They lack the opportunity to flesh that gospel out in the context of community. One of the great things about Doulas is you can't run. This puts folks in a position for intensive growth. I really liken it to about 3 years worth of training and spiritual growth in a person's life that's going to prepare them for success no matter where they go.
The depth that it takes you just in learning who you are and working through those things with the Lord, and also just experiencing a community unlike any other community I've ever experienced. I would love to see more people experience that.
The activities that our big brothers and big sisters, our Doulas students, have with the kids is about investing their life into the kids, holding them accountable, challenging them in areas where they need to grow, but it's also loving on them and showing them the abundant life that we can have in Christ.
I'd never seen the type of relationship with Christ that they have. I'd never seen that before I came here. That real, like, depending on Him to get you through stuff, you know, that intimate, almost a friendship with God. I had never seen that before. And coming here and seeing that, I mean, for 4 months, just watching and pretending that I wasn't listening to them, but hearing everything they said and just being amazed at that and being like, wow, I want that.